Not Me, starting with episode 7. Come on. Open. There we go. Feel like Hello. Sabuku? Oh my god, Sabuku. I am watching episode 7 of Kiss Him Not Me. Creepy! Love it! Pretty much is a story about a girl who has a big fascination with yaoi, and she ends up getting liked by 5 different guys who all want to be with her and one girl. And it ends up with her just being like, don't touch me, kiss each other, yes, each other. Completely. It's got a total of 12 episodes. I don't usually watch yaoi types of anime, but I figured the ironicness of this one would be fascinating for me. And it really is. I love watching her freak out about being touched, but at the same time be like, oh my gosh, love. I have not seen any Yuri on Ice yet, simply because I have to download my anime to watch it, and I haven't been able to get a hold of it. I plan a series. 7, so it's not going to be that much longer. See? Because my phone will work after I'm soaked in water. Logic. Kiss him, kiss him, kiss him, yay! Uh-oh. There's a lot of touching going on. Right as the kiss almost happens. Perfect timing. Oh, creepy. Oh no. Of course she has to get sick. Fuzzy cows. She's a big cat in her dreams. Ooh. Yay. Spirit minions. Naruto? Okay, Naruto. What the hell? Hello. Hello, Pugo. Finally found them! Yay! Yay! Now for episode 8! Hello, Kakapow. Hello, Ferdy. Hearts. Thank you. What? Does he know he's doing that? Sleepy fantasies! Yay! Oh no. Fever dreams! Thank you. Hello. I'd have to say Rosario Vampire or Fruits Basket. It's kind of a 50-50 for me. I think I've watched about 2 episodes, but I couldn't really get into it. I think it's just the way it's set up. I love a lot of shonen, but that one was just one I couldn't get into. Knowing that it's a guy doing that dance is so funny. I love Fairy Tale. I kind of got a little lost about right after they went into the future, simply because I went through some emotional stuff. I watched about um to where Star went into that small group of people with the I forgot his weapon's name. I feel so stupid now. I got to Star's introduction maybe 2 episodes later, and that was about it. I've not seen that one yet. I think it's on my list though. I have a long list of downloaded anime that I'm going to be watching that I have not quite seen yet. Love it. I plan on doing a 50-50 mocha. The hardest part is going to be the size differences and the hair color difference on them. But I'm going to manage to be one half mature, one half reserved mocha. I actually tried to cosplay as the Ice Demon once, but it didn't quite work out. I agree. I love watching, seeing the thumbnails of the anime right before I watch it. It's really a draw-in piece for me. Aw, poor innocent boy. I watched the full first season, hope on watching the uh second season, second version. I actually got to cosplay as Sebastian, and I got to meet a CL while I was there, and I did not expect to see any anime characters at the convention I went to. It was specifically a sci-fi convention, so meeting a CL and taking pictures with him was amazing. Haven't watched much. I've gotten about 2 episodes so far, and the rest is downloaded waiting to be watched. It's very interesting, though. I love the way it starts. I watched the first 2 seasons and then quite a few random episodes throughout the rest of the seasons. At one point, I was trying hard to do a Sakura cosplay, but when it comes to tight clothes cosplays, I suck. Underwater. Blue Exorcist is amazing. There isn't enough in the anime, so I'm gonna have to get my hands on the manga to figure out like how it ends and everything because it shouldn't have been left up where it was. I mean, it had a perfect ending, but it left too much out for me. Super guy. Which app is that? I'm gonna have to write that one down. I will definitely put that into my tablet or my phone, whichever one will accept it, after a little while, and I will read for days. Bobby Ferguson! Spew! Oh no! I saw movies, now I spew blood! Whoosh! I know I've watched some of the episodes. I can't be sure if that is the show that I got addicted to or not, but I know it was either Hellsing or another anime that was similar to it that for about 2 months I was watching at least one episode a day. But I can't remember for sure if it was that one or not. Because I was 14 back then. Oh yeah, that's how you do it.
I would be watching other animes, but I just decided to watch this one.
Well, every anime has its good points and its bad points, so
I should be
I just
getting ready to go to school.
really,
Yeah, I'm a 10th grader. I should be getting ready for school. I haven't
dude.
slept yet.
Well, I haven't slept since like sometime yesterday,
No, I
but
haven't slept. Like, I was up. I'm up. I was up all night right now. And I got home from school. I knocked out because of how boring the school. Knocked out, and I just woke up like at like 8 or 9.
well, at least you got some sleep in between school and more school. In my viewpoint, it doesn't matter what time of day you get the sleep as long as you're getting some sleep. Okay, you froze. Not sure what just happened there. Are you still there? I'm going to try dropping you and then pulling you back in, see if that fixes this because your screen's completely frozen for me. What? There we go. It depends on the level you mean by otaku. I'm not like hardcore watching anime every day and buying a bunch of anime trinkets, but I do quite enjoy anime. And I do buy some trinkets and such. And I do cosplay and go to conventions. So if that's what you mean, yes. If you mean hardcore, then no. I sent the invite, so hopefully you're getting it. Nope, it didn't go through. Hmm. I don't think I've seen that one yet. I have a list that I'm actually writing of anime that I haven't seen yet to look into. I have about 20 anime downloaded at the moment that I haven't looked at yet, and about 15 that I've seen some of or all of that I just want to have to watch again. But I don't think I've seen that one. Trigun, I remember seeing something about it, but I don't think I've watched it. I think I like watched a clip. RASY. Is Parasite the one where the guy has this parasite mouth type thing in his hand? Because if so, I've been really excited to watch that one. Oh, I was confused by the tag for a minute. I'm like, huh? Then yeah, that's one I really want to watch. I actually forgot what it was called, so thank you so much. I now have it written on my list. I have a very awkward list at the moment. Oh well, that's not visible at all. My camera is not the best. Woot! But yeah, I usually pick an anime. If it can catch my attention in the first 2 episodes, I'll end up watching the entire thing straight through. And if I don't end up getting caught up in it in the first couple episodes, I'll leave it for a little bit, watch another anime, and then go back to it. That way I can still remember what's going on, but I won't feel like I'm forcing myself into something. I'll try. Hopefully it'll work this time. Konosuba? I actually don't think I've heard about that one. It could be because of where I'm located. Possibly nobody around me has seen it, so they haven't told me about it. Or maybe I'm just not looking in the right places. What's it about? Oh my! My computer decided to try to save a moment. Bleach is really good. I feel like where it left off here, it should have gone farther. Sounds like fun to watch. The Seven Deadly Sins? I think I've heard of that actually. Let me see something real quick. Where's my anime? There's my anime folder. I actually might have downloaded that one. I know I've downloaded Kill la Kill to see. Have no idea how I'm gonna feel about it, but according to some of my friends, I should probably really like it. Yep, I downloaded Seven Deadly Sins. That's why it was so familiar. I haven't watched it yet, but it's one of the ones that's in my list. Ooh, that's a tough choice. Be happy forever or live a new life. I think personally I'd choose to live a new life rather than be happy forever. Because in heaven, what might be heaven for one person might not be my heaven. Ooh, one thing. That's a difficult choice. Sounds like a great one. I'm even going to circle that one. I've got a pretty good little list of anime that I haven't watched yet, but I plan on watching. Oh my god, that's awesome! I can bring anything. I'll bring you then. I currently have in my list, just to name the top 3 that I have downloaded, Blood Lad, Dead Man Wonderland, and Diabolic Lovers. But Diabolic Lovers is one that I've seen and I want to watch again because they're just so evil and sadistic. Without being evil and sadistic. It's awesome. The Devil King. Very interesting. I am excited to watch that. What's your personal favorite anime? Hello, Bess. Good thing I don't hang out around children. Wouldn't want to have to stop in the middle. Makes sense. My favorites, I'm kind of torn. I've got like 2 or 3 favorites. I really like Fruits Basket and Sekirei. And then I'm not sure which one I would call my next favorite. I have oh god, what's the word? I have a nostalgic favorite of Inuyasha simply because it was my first anime and I watched every single episode when I was younger. But I'm not as into it anymore. So I don't know if I would still call it one of my favorites or not. Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Sounds interesting. Fast handwriting is ugly handwriting, but at least you know what you wrote. Thank you so much, David, for becoming a fan. That's amazing. One of my old favorites that I plan on watching again is an anime called Kenichi Earth's Mightiest Disciple. I can tolerate any Yuri Yaoi anything if it's good enough. I'm currently watching Kiss Him Not Me because it's just hilarious. I think the very first anime I ever watched was Inuyasha. I think. But that's just as far back as I can remember, and I think that my family's been showing me anime since I was like 5, so I'm not exactly sure. The first anime that wasn't Inuyasha that really caught my attention was Fruits Basket. And I watched that about 3 times. I consider that as almost an anime. I think it's considered as a cartoon so much where it's pretty much a 75-25 where it's more anime than it is cartoon, but it's still considered a cartoon somewhat. I'm about to make myself seem a lot older than I am by saying my favorite ever cartoon is Thundercats. A very difficult but very awesome cosplay that I would love to do and probably would never pull off would be Chitara. Does that go by another name? Because I think I've heard of it, but I'm not exactly sure. Hello, Lichak. Yeah, my downloaded ones after Diabolic Lovers are Disgaea, Phil Moon wo Sagashite, Girls Bravo, Girls High School Students, Hey Class President New, High School DxD, Himigoto, Idol Master, Inuyasha, KP7TRICK. Karin. Kakashi. Kiss Him Not Me. Love Hina. Sounds like me in real life. I really seem so happy and nice to everyone and everything when I'm out in public, but when I'm inside, it's more like I will talk to people if they're there, but I won't go out of my way to see them. We've also got something called Loved. Oh, that's what I did with my pen. I would call myself an introvert, but I found out I'm more of something called an asocial personality, where I can go out and be awesome around people, and it's no problem. But if it takes work to go out in public, I would rather not, because it's too much work. To go through the rest of my list, I've also got Makaro no Danshi. Ooh. I understand the panic attack thing to a sense. I can't stand more than like 5 people paying attention to me at the same time when it comes to in person, and I will freak out. I actually had to do something for college where I had to go out and show a video to everybody and be up at the front of the class, and I was shaking the whole time. I barely managed to sit still for the video, and I had made the video on my own and spent like 5 hours making it, and I couldn't stand showing it to the class. Do you have any techniques for your panic attacks? Well, that's good. Mine had like 14 people, I think. And then the teacher asked me to show it to the next class, so that was horrifying. But also the most thrilling thing I've ever done. Well, that's a good technique. When I have panic attacks, my technique is just simply getting something cold in my system. I usually say if it's really, really cold outside, no matter where I am, I'll step outside and get some deep breaths because the cool air seems to calm me down somehow. One of my favorite techniques to do when there are a lot of people around that I can't really ignore is where I imagine myself to be invisible so that the people who are looking at me can't actually see me. They're just looking in the area that they think I am in while I'm talking to them. And that helps a lot for some reason, possibly because I don't think they can see the way I'm reacting. Thanks. Another one of the anime that I've really liked and plan on watching a second time is Murder Princess. Ooh, one-sided mirror. That's nice. The weird thing with one-sided mirrors, though, is that if you get close enough, you can still see through them. Which really used to creep out people when I was looking at them through one-sided mirrors. But if someone's seeing through the one-sided mirror, they're like right here, so you can tell that they're trying to look through. Sounds like a really comfortable way of living. I love when people do that. One of my favorite videos is these people got their car windows to be one-sided mirrors, and they would just leave their windows up and watch people, and then as soon as people started doing something weird, like going to pop a pimple or doing their hair, they would roll down their window and scare the person. No need to be scared by somebody fixing their own hair. As long as they can't see you, they're the one doing the embarrassing thing. Yeah, I know it helps me a lot. If I get nervous or something, I almost always have a cup full of ice. I actually emptied it earlier. But I keep a cup full of ice around me and just eat the ice anytime I get nervous or get any sort of emotional distress. I'm eating my ice. It gives me something else to concentrate on. Awesome. I've kind of become addicted to it. Every hour tops, I'm in there getting a new cup of ice. I usually have 1 or 2 cups of ice. That way I can last longer than an hour if I plan on doing something like this, but both of my cups are empty now. Oh, singing's great. I actually, anytime I'm in the house alone and I start to feel like, ooh, there's something going on or I hear a noise, I'll just start singing about it. It especially works really great when you know somebody else is in the house but far enough away where they can't see you and you're singing because you know that they can hear you, and if you just suddenly stop singing, they'll know something's up. But then again, I'm pretty paranoid. Dangerous? Like if you hear a noise, you'll go to punch it? Or worse, or better? That's the only level of dangerous I know when it comes to paranoia. Ah, makes perfect sense. My boyfriend's not allowed to enter the same room as me without making noises first, just so that I don't hit him. Oh, I do have the Seven Deadly Sins written down. I mean, downloaded. Good to know. I needed a new name, and that was the first thing I thought of. I've been using something boy or boy something all the time on everything because I think it's ironic and because I'm gender fluid. So I use boy as a joke, and boom's what came to mind. Probably because I'm very much booming when I'm in public or talking to people. It's very much, hi, I'm here and I'm hyper. Yes, 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 yes. Hello, spaceman. Oh, what's the story? Oh, there's another thing that my nervous thing does. You probably couldn't see it at all, but right there when I was smiling and then I just stopped, it's because randomly while I'm smiling, my lip will do this and just vibrate, and I can feel it, and it makes me very uncomfortable. Pugo? What's excuse me? What does Pugo stand for? Or have I not watched an anime that that's related to? That's awesome. I had a joke nickname once. Yay! Big cults are so much fun. And when I was younger, I was in a home with other kids, and I had a dream one night where I had a big spider. I had a black widow as a pet for some reason that knew military ticks and stuff. Because I felt unsafe, I guess I figured that was the safest animal to have around you, was a black widow you had tamed. And when I told the kids the next day, they just decided my nickname was Spider for the rest of the time. What kind of plane? Oh my, that's a scary plane. Was it just a random bomb somewhere, or was it like in the middle of a war? Hmm. Could be that your brain is perceiving some sort of danger that you might not perceive yourself, or that you are seeing danger in something that isn't as dangerous as you are seeing it to be. I'm not big on understanding dreams, but I've read a few books because of fascination with that stuff. I had a lot of really weird dreams as a kid, especially one where there was 3 levels in a building, 3 kids, 3 vehicles, 3 rooms in each level, and I was like, what is this 3 about? I've actually never had one of those dreams. I'm not sure why. So many people have them, and I've never had a falling dream. I've woken up screaming once, which was very odd because I didn't know I was dreaming. Oh yeah, I know about lucid dreaming, definitely. In the dream where I screamed, I didn't know I was dreaming, but I guess in a way I did, because right at the end of the dream, I decided that I was going to scream, and then I woke up to myself screaming. I never got to scream in the dream. I ended up screaming in real life instead. The scariest dream I've ever had was a dream where I was dead. I had gone through an accident or something and I didn't know I was dead, and then I found out later in the dream that I was dead. And was very confused because I was driving a car with a friend who was living inside the car. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Although I don't think I would choose to walk on the sun. I'd probably choose to walk on the moon myself. Why did you choose the sun? I guess that makes sense. You're like, oh, I'm dreaming. I wonder if I could do all this random stuff. My personal favorite dreams are the ones where you think you're awake and you're floating above your bed and you're like, oh, I'm awake floating above my bed. Why am I doing this? And then all of a sudden you wake up laying on your bed going, how'd I get down here? Yeah, dreams are amazing. The way the subconscious twists things for you is great, especially if you can understand what your subconscious is trying to say. Oh, what'd you remember? Hello, 3. So far, that sounds like a nice dream. Um, were there other people at the table? Couldn't eat any of it. Seems like that's a disconnection dream, where you feel like you're more disconnected from people and stuff, and you feel like you're just only connected with yourself. That's what I get from that. If it was earlier in the day, I'd go get my book, but it's dark out there and someone else is sleeping. Makes sense then. I usually have dreams where I'm at home snuggling with anything I have or the person I'm with anytime I go to a convention alone. I've never been on a real vacation before. What's it like? The dream where I was dead, I cried when I woke up. But in that dream, I wasn't the only one dead. There was someone else dead. And when I realized I was dead and had done what I needed to do, I thought that I was going to see them again. And in the dream, right before I passed on to wherever I was going to go, there wasn't anybody there to be there with me. The person who I knew had died at the same time I had was nowhere to be found. And I woke up crying. Do conventions count as vacations? Because I've gone to conventions every year of my life, pretty much. I actually work one now every year, and it's pretty much the most fun I've had doing anything that wasn't completely for myself. I'm not really a selfish person, so I much prefer to do stuff for other people, and going to convention and explaining stuff to people and helping people out and helping everyone else have a great day just makes me smile so big. Oh, wow. That is a deep dream. Seems like you didn't feel like you had anybody who truly understood you, and the twin that you had in the dream understood you completely. Oh, I've done that a lot. I hate waking up from a dream in the middle of it. It's like, no, no, I want to find out how this ends. My dreams aren't usually that nice though. When I do dream, it's usually dreams of very bad stuff like murder. But at least it's usually me getting murdered. So when I wake up, I'm like, phew, I'm alive. Hello, Nesquik. I actually prefer the bad dreams to the good ones because when you wake up from a good dream, you feel a little worse. But when you wake up from a bad dream, it almost always makes you feel awesome because it didn't happen. You're fine. Ooh. How'd you manage to keep him out in your dream? That's a great way to start. Waking up family usually is a lot better than one person. Gates? Interesting. Hmm. Trying to budget and not trying to pick the lock. I view that as you view the people who are more likely to attack you and make you feel unsafe are more brute force and less intelligence. Because he wasn't trying to like pick the lock or manage his way in, he was just trying to break down the door. cutting it open. That's interesting. Brute force and weaponry. That counts as intelligence because of tools. Strength because of trying to remove a door instead of finding another way to open it. And manipulation. So probably manipulative person. Blind? So very aware of surroundings. Even though they don't see, they still can completely comprehend. And even though they're not young and agile, they have some sort of agility. And baldness or white hair almost always has to do with intelligence. Because the older you are, the smarter you are in a lot of people's minds. Even though he couldn't see you, he knew you in a way. I think that is one of the most scary situations is when someone with, in a way, less senses or less ability than you is able to outdo you in one way or another. Well, I'm going to have to get off of here for the night. Feel free to follow me so that you can see when I'm on next and we can talk some more. I really enjoyed talking to you, and hopefully we can speak again soon. Makes a lot of sense. See you later. Bye.